is the protocol, do you think, for professional standards? I mean, what is reportable and by whom? What's best practice?
Well, for me, everything is subject to that moment in time or just in time, and what our forefathers did 20, 30, 50, 100 years ago is totally unacceptable in the context of this today. And I'm listening and I'm engaging and I'm thinking about the context of being a First Nations person from the Jaru Nation in the Kimberley, where so much of our lived history has been out of mind, out of sight, and then it's been played out by people that haven't even been close to our own situatedness. And so for me, I'm very sensitive to the voices of those people that are directly involved. And second to that, I'm even more sensitive to the fact that Australia, in relative terms, is a very young nation that hasn't come to terms with its own settlement pattern of conflict. You know, so whether you use the term rape or not, that's how this nation was settled. And therein lies the remnants and the residue of that history, where some things seem to be more acceptable in our language and our lingual codes, which then positions someone as the other. And so I just wanted to make that point. When someone says there's two sides to every coin, in fact, there's three. There's one side, the other side, and then there's the periphery, which no one can hold unless it's within a vehicle. And I think that's quintessentially what we're talking about today, is Australia does not have public policy provision to talk about the impact and the violence on women, whether that's sexual abuse or any form of abuse, and we're struggling to come to terms with that as a nation, as we grow and we expand, and we're very diverse in our context. And I say that from the bottom of my heart as an Aboriginal person, where we're overrepresented in this space. You know, unless you listen to the voice of those most impacted, you will never create fit-for-purpose policy, structures and systems which enable, empower and engage the voice of the other.
So if I'm going to summarise what you're saying, because